Hi, guys. Welcome back to our podcast. We have finally actually come up on a name for our podcast. It will be Heart to Heart, even though technically I'm not a heart yet, hopefully. No comment? Oh, okay. Anyways. So today we're actually going to go through like family dynamic. We did just move in together, so our relationship and how responsibility throughout the house in our apartment is going. How things are just living together, I guess, basically. So yeah, we'll get started. I have a couple questions for you, Daniel.
All right, you're the quarterback. I'm just here to look pretty.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, okay. So let's start off basically with differences in family. So I know our family dynamics.
How we grew up?
Yeah, I think they're a little bit different. So
Very different.
Yeah.
And I think it's also partly because we are different in our order. So you're the oldest, and I'm the youngest.
Yeah.
So I think that also plays a role because you were kind of like a second mom growing up, whereas me, I'm the baby. I don't have no responsibilities.
Yeah.
I'm just being taken care of. I'm the favorite. It is what it is. Being the youngest, it kind of comes with the territory. So, yeah, I think that's probably a big reason why as well.
Yeah, I can see that as well. Well, I guess talk about your childhood, I guess, a little bit, or your family dynamic.
Family dynamic. So, 2-parent household. My parents are high school sweethearts. I think we touched on it last episode as well. That's probably why I view relationships the way I view them, because I saw my parents, be high school sweethearts and kind of just carry that all the way through till today. I'm the youngest of 3, so I got an older sister, older brother. I don't know. What do you want me to say? Like, what should I talk about with my family dynamic? I mean, all of us were athletes growing up, so we were all pretty busy.
Is that something that you want to keep in your family dynamic?
100%. 100%. Athletics. 100%.
That's true.
It's one more reason to keep kids from doing things that they shouldn't be doing.
I agree with that. 100%. Do you think that well, how has sports actually, been influential in your life since you've done it since
tremendous?
Like
I've been an athlete, I guess, since I was 3. It's been amazing. It is the biggest, apart from like my parents and things. It's the biggest influence on who I am today, because I met all my friends playing sports. I learned all the hardest lessons in my life playing sports. I learned everything playing sports. So it was amazing, and I want to pass that on to my children, whether they choose to play soccer or not. That's yet to be seen, but
I'm leaning
hope
more towards the swimming.
Yeah, we don't care about swimming. We want them to play soccer, but I mean they can play whatever they want, or they can, if they choose not to play sports. I don't mind them not playing sports either, as long as they do something. I just want my children to be able to do anything that makes them happy, that is also, 1, not dangerous.
I would say not also school related.
And 2, also not school related. Well,
I think getting your mind off of school also
not necessarily,
helps.
because what if we have like a little Sheldon who likes who's just a super genius that wants to build stuff, loves school, loves learning.
Yeah, but they have to have something that I think they're interested in outside. Like if you even watch Young Sheldon, he likes like organization or like, I don't know.
That's not a hobby. Organizing is not. I mean,
really
he likes trains. There's that.
Trains.
He likes trains.
Maybe
I guess.
Designing something, or building a car from scratch, or who knows, like engineering things.
I guess.
So
I see
instead,
what you're saying.
it's like
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
I'm not saying like necessarily. It can still be related to school.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch it, do you remember the what's that show with the chemist, the female chemist.
The female chemist.
I watched it with your parents. I
Yeah,
honestly
you
cannot
guys,
think of the name
you guys
of it.
watch every single show.
Yeah.
I have no clue
Well,
what that is.
either way, this chemist, it was a female chemist, and her outside hobby was baking.
But that makes sense because it's chemistry.
But it's chemistry.
It's also still chemistry.
Yeah, but it's just like a different version of, you're still working your brain probably in like around the same thing, but yeah, it's something different.
Yeah. But anyways, to go back to the point, sports for me has been phenomenal. A lot of my mentors growing up were my coaches. I was able to meet a lot of people. I was able to travel the world, learn more languages, connect with more people, learn about other cultures. Like sports are phenomenal, and they can take you a lot of places. So even just taking me to Howard, you know, I ended up having a Division I scholarship, going to school for not free because it wasn't a full ride, but for a lot cheaper than most people than the average person. You know what I mean? Getting a very cheap degree. That's if it only amounted to that, that'd be phenomenal. You know?
I agree. I mean, I had a great experience, so I can only say that I was able to travel the world, just like you said. It brought me to Howard. I had a great career in college. I played 2 sports, so I also was able to play lacrosse. I think sports in general just bring a different meaning to you, and every person has it does something different. I felt like swimming, especially for me, was like my comfort. It's my comfort sport. It's my de-stressor. If I'm really like anxious or I'm having a rough day in school, I get in the pool, it's like totally gone.
Yeah.
Like
it's escapism.
It's like, yeah, you can escape from
whatever's going on in
whatever's
your life.
stressing you out. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I definitely can attest to that.
Yeah. All right. My kids will be playing sports until they no longer want to play sports.
Oh, really?
No, I'm signing them up. They will be signed up. If at any point they no longer want to, we can have a conversation and they can pivot to whatever they want to do. But they're doing something.
I guess. I guess going back into like the family dynamic, how has having older siblings played a role in your life, I guess?
It was great. I mean, I always had at least one role model and I don't want this to sound bad. I always had at least one role model in my brother because he's a male. You know what I mean? And somebody I can emulate. And my sister's a role model too in different ways. She kind of puts us all to shame, but I always had somebody to look up to, somebody to something to chase after, somebody to learn from. I always had people to play with. I'm the youngest out of all my cousins too, so I was always the baby, so I always was able to play or do something with somebody. I kind of not feel bad, but I am sad for people who didn't grow up with siblings because they didn't get to experience any of that.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, I can attest to that 110% because I feel like life with my siblings, especially I feel like the 3 of us, I have other younger siblings, but the 3 of us that are closer in age, it's just, I don't know, we do everything kind of together. It's like,
and you have memories with another person, like, oh, yo, you remember when we went there? You know, it's just, and it's different. And I think, especially for kids, you need somebody that's kind of a peer that you can, for lack of a better word, talk shit about your parents with. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
man.
My mom wants me to clean the house right now. Like, I'm trying to. You need people to vent to that understand where you're coming from. And if they're your siblings, that they completely understand. They're just, oh yeah, mom's tripping right now, or dad's it's different.
Yeah,
it's different.
I mean, you grew up a little bit of a different dynamic. I had my mom and my dad both in my life, but I really grew up with my mom. Mostly, my dad passed when I was young, so definitely have a difference there in family dynamic for sure. What
do you think? And I know we've spoken about it like a lot. outside of this, but what do you think about your family dynamic and how you guys were able to recover from losing your dad?
Oh, we stuck together. I think that was the biggest thing. We do everything together. I mean, I call my brother and my mom all the time.
And your sister.
And my sister.
Yeah.
My sister's a little bit younger, so sometimes she's not always in the group. But definitely my mom and my brother are always like, hey, what do you guys think about this or whatever? Like, it just, I don't know. I feel like they were always the one that I had to call for a situation.
No, yeah. Then I like that about, that's probably my favorite thing about your family is how close you are. Because my family, I mean, my family loves each other.
Yeah.
But we're not as close as you guys are.
Yeah, we're like
y'all are locked in.
Glued, yeah.
But I will say, I do think at times it could be too close. At times, not all the time, but I think there are times when there are things.
I can say the vice versa.
No, I agree.
I feel like there are things that you guys don't do that I'm like, that's
So,
weird to me.
Like what? Like what? Give us an example.
Let me think of something. You don't talk to your mom regularly. Your parents, even your mom and your dad.
So that's
like, I think that's just like
I
also.
Agree. And that's something
like, you guys you could go a whole month not talking to your parents and it would just be like.
And
nothing. I just don't get that.
I agree. And that is something I'm trying to work on because I'm notoriously bad. Any of my friends who know I am terrible with communication and keeping up with people.
It's not just you. I think it's just your family in general.
I mean, I think that's where I get it from. I think that's where it comes from as well. But I'm not great at it. I think Renee's the best at it because Renee talks to my mom at least once a week. She'll check in and do all that.
Yeah.
And I think my brother's probably even better than me at it as well, just because he's been overseas. So like he has to if he wants to speak to us, he has to make an effort.
Yeah.
But I've kind of always been here, so I don't know. That's something I do need to improve on. So I completely agree with what you said.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, staying on the topic, I guess, with family, parents. We both had different dynamics with meeting family.
Very different. Very different. Do you want to go first?
I can go first, I guess.
I mean, it was chronological. You met my family before I met yours, so yeah.
That's actually very true.
You go first.
So meeting Daniel's family was definitely interesting. I definitely got picked on a lot by your dad. I wouldn't say picked on in a bad way, just in your dad's a big joker.
He's Jamaican.
I remember I was super shy in the beginning.
Yeah, you wouldn't sit down.
Yeah,
you wouldn't sit down on the couch.
I wasn't sitting down, and his dad was like, "Are you gonna sit? And are you gonna join us?" I'm just like, "It's okay. I'll just stand here. It's okay. I'm okay." We were just stopping by the house, also in context.
Yeah, we just stopped by for dinner.
We weren't there for a long time. We were there for a very short period.
Maybe
of time.
hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that.
Yeah, it was definitely not long.
And then the chicken.
His parents also live by campus. They're not very.
Yeah, they were 25, 30 minutes from Howard.
Yeah.
And then the chicken.
Oh man! So I go to eat chicken, and his mom made some jerk chicken. Anyone who is Jamaican will definitely know what I'm about to speak on. Anyways, she kind of warned me that it was spicy.
And I will say it was on the higher end of the spice that she usually makes. It's not, on average, it's not that spicy. It was pretty spicy.
That's true.
It was pretty spicy.
That's true. So she's like, it's spicy, just warning you. And I was like, oh, I'll be fine. I'm thinking I would actually be fine. It's not like I hadn't had jerk chicken before, jerk at night at Howard. So I go and I start eating and I'm like, okay. I turn to Daniel and I'm just like, Daniel, my mouth is burning. And all I remember was whispering that my mouth was burning. And
I started to die laughing.
Daniel was you were warned.
She warned you.
Definitely was warned, but I was not expecting that. So then his mom comes down the stairs and is like, how was it? And I was like, That was really spicy.
No, it was cool. It was cool. And they liked you from the jump.
Yeah. No,
which
no,
is
for sure.
which couldn't be said for me.
No, I don't think my family disliked you. I think they just gave you a hard time because of the fact that
you're
I'm the
oldest
first
girl.
and I'm the oldest, and we are so tight that it was
They're
the first
like,
person
who is
to
this?
like.
Who is this? Why
Yeah,
is
come
why is
in.
he talking to you? What is this?
That's what I really think. But I also had the opportunity of like living for 2 years with your parents.
Yeah.
I think that
Yeah.
also is a little bit different. Like I spent a lot of time with his family and his parents. Yeah.
So, question: after spending all this time with my family, is there anything that you have learned about me, or like you understand? Or like, oh, I see why you
get
are
it.
like this. Yeah.
Yes, a lot of things.
Like what?
Let me think of like a really good one. There's a lot of things.
I mean, the
communicate.
the communication thing's one.
Communication is definitely one, but I can think of more. I can see where you get like, so my family's very much on the go all the time. Like we are very like go 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 go, and I can see where you get your little bit of like
Chill.
lackadaisical ways from. So like there will be times where at night your parents are just like chilling. Like there's just it is chill time.
Nothing going on.
I feel like we will go all the way until the end of the night and then like crash out.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's insane.
It's like we got up,
That's
we have
insane.
sports, we have this, we have that, we have that. We're going till like 9, 10 p.m. Then we come home and it's time to like just crash out. It's like I can see where you get your ways of just like.
I mean, I will say
more
that
chill
is
vibes.
that's us now, because
But I also know them from now.
no, yeah, that's us now, because growing up, like I would, especially in high school, like I would practice all the way in Baltimore, which was like 45 minutes, an hour drive from my house. So I'd get home from school, and then I'd get home from school, or I might have practice after school, and then I have to carpool either. So my dad has to leave work early to take all of me and a few of my teammates all the way up to Baltimore, or I'm meeting one of my teammates to carpool all the way up to Baltimore, and then I'm not getting home till like 11:30. Still haven't done my homework. So then I gotta stay up, I didn't do my homework. I was the kid who would do it in the morning before school, or like the period before. I was that kid, right? I was that kid.
I was not that kid.
But it was a consequence. I mean, I could have done it in the car. I wasn't
But
doing
I
that
think
shit
that
in the
also
car.
has to play with your sport. Swimming is definitely a morning sport.
Yeah, soccer is not.
Yeah.
It was in college.
If
but
you didn't have your
it's
homework
not.
done before swim in the morning,
Yeah,
just count that.
That's how you.
Off the table.
Yeah, no. I'd get home like 11:30. Then either stay up and do my homework, which probably didn't happen as much, or I would do it the next morning in class or whatever, and then get it done. So like it was different. Like we were kind of on the go a lot more back then, just because we were all busy. Like I had practice, Renee had practice, Sean had practice. Like we were all doing different things.
I think the difference in family orientation is like you guys are all now older. I still have younger siblings.
Yeah, because your mom kind of restarted.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think that also plays a role in like why our
You guys are still kind of on the
we're
go.
still on the go.
Yeah, because the kids have stuff. They got to be entertained, because if you just leave kids unentertained, they'll find a way to entertain themselves.
That's for sure.
So.
No, my mom definitely keeps them on the go. They are doing all their sports and stuff. Yeah, but I don't know. So how did you feel when you first met my family? So we'll switch it up.
I mean, I was a little nervous, because I didn't know what to expect. I had met Troy before. He came to homecoming.
Yeah.
And so me and Troy were cool. I never met Jayla.
Were you nervous to meet my sister?
No.
No.
It's a little
You
girl.
were more nervous to meet my mom?
Yeah, because I have no idea what to expect. And she's foreign, so I'm just like, oh, well, we'll see how this goes. Because foreign, people who are immigrants, they have certain expectations and standards. But no, your mom's cool. I mean, it ended up being fine.
Yeah.
But
I think at the
it
beginning,
was.
my
I
mom
mean,
was
in
just
especially
more nervous.
that first visit.
But I think that
was,
also played a role in like my mom just wanting success.
Yeah.
For me.
Well, no, yeah, because her whole thing was like, I didn't tell you to go to college, get a boyfriend. You're supposed to be there, studying, doing your schoolwork. What is this about boyfriend? Blah blah. Yeah. So it was kind of that.
Definitely.
So none of it was like my fault because I'm a great guy. But
none of it was fault.
But yeah, I remember specifically one time, she yelled at me because I asked you to get me a water.
Oh yeah.
Because we're all sitting at the dinner table. We're sitting eating dinner. She gets up. She's in the fridge, right? She's going to the fridge to get, I guess, herself a drink. She's already in the fridge, and I'm on the back side of the table. The fridge is over there, right? It's hard for me to get out and shimmy out of where I was to go and walk to the fridge. So I'm just like, oh babe, can you pass me a water? Her mom immediately turns to me and is like, you're asking her to get the water? You're the man. You go get the water. You stand up. Go. Don't tell my daughter to bring you nothing. She's not going to hear serving you. She's a princess. Blah, blah. I was like, hey, yo. I'm just thirsty. I just want some water.
I do remember that.
You remember that?
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
But I think now you actually always get me water. I don't think you actually ask anymore.
No, I'll still ask you to get water. I mean, if I'm going to the fridge, I'll get you water. But if you're going to the fridge, I'll just be like, oh, babe, can you grab me a water? Or, babe, can you grab me something at the fridge or whatever?
Maybe if I'm going to the fridge. I don't know. Debatable.
But yeah, I think your mom is a lot more chill around me now. I mean, no, we're cool.
But I think she also had to get used to you.
I guess.
You gotta remember that. I'm the first girl.
Yeah.
And, yeah. I think just me being the first was hard. And then her being like, oh, my God, wait.
Yeah, because she probably had to vet me. She's like, who is this guy talking to my little girl, my little princess?
Definitely vetted you.
But we're all good now. We're all good now. They like me. I love them.
Yeah. They love you. They don't like you.
They love me. I love them. So I think we're all good now.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get into some little bit more talks about us and what's going on with us. So as you guys know, I just recently moved in.
Okay.
And basically, let's talk about like responsibilities in the house.
Okay.
How's that been so far? I think, honestly, I would say we're pretty equal on the responsibilities. I mean, you know I hate dishes, so.
Yeah. So my thing, so she hates dishes, I hate laundry. Our thing is she does the laundry, I do the dishes. Unless
it works pretty good.
if I just cook dinner, I'm not doing the dishes. That's like my one thing. So sometimes she'll just bite the bullet and do it because she knows I just cooked everybody a meal.
But you'll also bite the bullet sometimes and do the laundry.
Sometimes, yeah.
It just depends on like.
If I have no underwear, I have to do it.
Depends on what's going on, but I think for the most part we split that.
Yeah, for the most part, she does the laundry. I'll do the dishes. I try to clean up, but she doesn't like the way that I clean, so she'll then go and clean again.
Majority of men do not fully clean.
I clean.
They tidy.
Okay, well, fine. I'm very good at tidying. I be tidying up, and then she'll go behind me and clean the thing that I just tidied up, even though it looked good to me. It looked good to me.
They will if it's the counter and it has a bunch of stuff on it, they will definitely put it away. As I think all men, will put everything away and be like, yeah, it's clean. What about wiping it down?
Sometimes I wipe it, sometimes if it doesn't need to be wiped, it doesn't need to be wiped.
It just had a bunch of stuff on it. It needs to be wiped.
Agree to disagree.
I think that's just a man's brain versus
Agree to
a
disagree.
woman. Anyways, yeah.
What other house responsibilities? I think that's really it.
We're also learning how to live together a little bit better. It's been a little bit difficult. We're in a small space.
I think the biggest thing, and we're still getting better at this, is she has to make the adjustment, but it's because of me, right? I have a tendency to just want to be alone sometimes. So
Yeah.
sometimes she'll just have to like leave me alone. for lack of a better word.
But I don't
like
think
I
I'm
just
always bothering you. I think
No,
sometimes
you're not.
it's just like I'm in your bubble.
Yeah, and
Of space.
sometimes I don't want.
And it's just like, why are you sitting here? Like I'm just sitting here. Like
No,
I'm
I know.
actually not doing
You're
anything.
not doing anything wrong. It's literally just me. Sometimes
I
I
wanted to be
genuinely.
talking to him, and
Yeah.
it's just like, you just want to be alone. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
I just-
okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
I just
That's
want
why
to be
we
by
can't-
myself.
I can't
sometimes.
wait till we get a bigger space.
Yeah, we are looking for a house. That is,
Yeah.
I don't know if we said
can,
that.
We can speak on that a little bit more.
I don't know if we were talking about that
Ugh.
last episode, but we
Well-
are looking for a house.
We can talk about how that's been going.
Okay. I mean, is there anything else you wanted to say on the housing stuff before we move on?
No, not really.
Okay.
I think we're good on that note. I think this leads us good into buying this house and how it's been.
So how's it been?
So to be honest, I feel like we had this conversation, obviously, that we kind of jumped the gun. I mean, this is a wonderful house. We love the house that we did put a bid on. So
Okay,
if it
so-
goes through,
So you skipped a little bit. I'll provide some context. So we've been looking for a house probably.
but I feel like we talked about that in the last episode.
I don't remember if we did.
Okay.
I don't remember.
You
if
can
we-
go for it.
Maybe we did, but maybe somebody who's watching this didn't watch the first one. So we we have been. How long have you been out here? A month?
No, this is going on my third week.
This is only week 3.
Yeah, we definitely
That's
jumped
crazy.
the gun, but
That's
it's
crazy.
okay.
So, we've been looking for a house for probably about 4 weeks now. And probably 2 weeks into our house search, we found it was probably the second or third house we ended up actually visiting, but we loved it. It was phenomenal house, exactly what we wanted. Right square
That's
footage,
for sure.
big old yard, in a cul-de-sac. It was phenomenal. So then we kind of just went ahead, submitted an offer. And we think we kind of jumped the gun a little bit because we had seen less than 10 houses.
Yeah.
And we were searching for 2 weeks before we just, let's submit an offer. I think it was kind of just, we were really excited about the whole
together, I think.
being together and starting this whole new chapter and stuff. But in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really make much sense because we have our current lease until February. So it's June. You know what I mean? We can wait. We can afford to slow our roll and wait. Even though we are cool breaking our lease or whatever if we find the right property, but we don't need to force it is the kind of the conclusion we came to.
Yeah, so if this one does work out, we have put in an offer. And
Yeah.
if it does work out, we'll roll with that.
Yeah, we're going to roll with it because
But
it's-
we
it's-
do love the house.
Yeah, it's looking like it'll get denied though, because
Yeah.
we heard that there's another offer, their offer is higher than ours, but we have better terms, unfortunately. So they're probably they might go with us still.
We have no idea, honestly.
But yeah, we'll see. We're waiting to hear back on that. But yeah, how else is it going?
Well, I would also say to people, definitely as much as you want to rush into house buying,
Do your research.
yeah, do your research, get knowledge on it. I think,
Learn about the area that you want to move into.
Mm-hmm.
Learn about
how's it growing?
how's it growing. Talk to the neighbors if you go and visit, because
Yeah.
that helps a lot, especially with learning about that specific HOA, how they operate.
I agree.
If there's a noisy dog in the neighborhood, whatever, right? The neighbors are people who live there, so they know a lot. Understand exactly what type of house you're looking for, whether it's a townhouse, single family, duplex, whatever. How many bedrooms you want, square footage.
I think these are things that we didn't really think
guys, set a budget. Set a budget of the maximum home price that you are going to look for, and we're not going above that home price, right?
No,
Right?
I think I've been
Right?
doing very well.
You've been doing better. You've been getting closer.
I started off
You're
very...
over $100,000 over the budget, which is crazy.
But I've gotten so much better.
Yeah, you're now 5,000 over, 10,000 over. Actually, no. The last one you sent was like 30,000 over. But we're getting closer. We're getting closer. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there.
I have some that are way under.
You do have some that are way under, but you don't really like those.
I know. It's okay. I'm getting better. Hopefully we can just, I don't know. Hopefully this works out. I do love this house, the one that we did put in for. But I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, all in all, do your research and make sure you have all of your stuff in order. Get pre-qualified.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that'll dictate, what housing price you can actually afford.
And I think more young people, I think, need to not be scared of actually, like, going into it. I think I've learned so much from even just going into the process. And I think that's the first step of, like, actually knowing how it's going to be. You can gain so much knowledge even just by looking. I think that people are like, afraid to buy homes, especially right now with like interest rates and stuff. But you can learn so much, and you can figure out how to bring those interest rates down. And there's a lot out there. So definitely go look for what is out there.
There's new construction versus like first owner occupant homes versus there's so much to learn. Real estate's. I understand why people kind of shy away from it because it is kind of overwhelming, all the stuff that you need to learn. But
definitely,
if you just jump in and start anywhere, you'll
get somewhere.
You'll figure it. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we don't have a house yet. We are looking still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely still looking. Okay, I think we're gonna get into a little bit of like just us. I think things about us now that I'm
what does that
officially here.
I'm nervous.
And living with you. How are we gonna spice things up in our relationship now that we are officially like living together? I think that can also become
like separate beds?
I think that can become very difficult once you are officially living together. I feel like we've always had to make it a point to do things. I think we've done a decent job. We definitely have walks every morning.
Which was a great idea, by the way.
Yeah.
That was a good idea. I actually like the walks.
Honestly, anyone who is looking for something to do, going on walks early in the morning with your significant other is wonderful. For us, it's a place where we get to talk about how our day is going to go, what accomplishments we want to make for the day. Typically, we talk about like accomplishments.
Or even argue.
Even issues. Yeah, we even have our issues. We talk about our issues during those walks.
And it's therapeutic because you leave, like, the conflict area might have been the house. So you leave the conflict area, resolve the conflict, and then come back. I don't know. It's therapeutic to a degree.
It is. No, I love it. It's been honestly the best thing that we have incorporated in our relationship, to be honest.
And it gives you that guaranteed time to
interact.
To interact because she spends her entire days just studying for the MCAT,
Literally.
Which is, and I'm not saying this in a bad way. Like, it just is what it is. You in order to be successful and get the score that you want in the MCAT, you have to just lock in and study, right? And I also am working. I have a 9-to-5 as well as my entrepreneurial endeavors as well. So we both kind of work a lot, and there are nights when you just are working, and then you'll fall asleep. And then by the time I'm done working, you're already asleep. So then we don't really, that day we didn't get that much time to interact. You know what I mean? We might eat lunch together or whatever, but for the most part, we don't get.
Maybe like a 20-minute lunch, and that was our whole day.
Yeah, but like if we take those walks in the morning, it could be 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour.
Walks in the morning
that's like
perfect.
It's like a guaranteed time that we actually get to spend together.
And only focus on each other, honestly.
Yeah, because I don't have nothing else to do.
The biggest part of our walks that I like is that we're really focused on each other. We're not focused. We're not on our phones. We're not on our laptops. For us, we're always on our laptops.
Yeah, that's why she wants me to do it, to get me away from the screen.
I think it just helps to focus in on each other for that period of time. Because even if we are spending time together, sometimes it's always oh, let's just watch television. Like, what
Mm.
show do you feel like watching today? Like, sometimes that gets a little bit boring. I think a
I
lot of
agree.
relationships, all
I
they're
agree.
doing is watching TV. I mean, get out there, do some other things. I know you're really into soccer. I'm actually a terrible soccer player.
Terrible. Terrible.
Hey,
Terrible.
don't. How's
Ter-
that swimming skills, man?
Terrible. I can swim. I cannot die.
He can get across the pool.
I cannot die.
Yeah. So, I mean, I can do
I
the
think
same.
I think I'm a better swimmer than you are a soccer player. I'm gonna say that right now.
I might have to agree to disagree on that.
I think I'm a better swimmer than she's a soccer player.
All right, we can go with that. He's bugging.
But yeah, find activities to do together. She's been trying to drag me to gymnastics.
Even do things separately.
we
I
haven't-
mean, we do a lot of
So
things separately.
that I like that you brought that up because that's important as well. That's very important as well.
I think
Being
it
able
is.
to
I
do
think
things
that's something
separately.
we have time where we're just not together.
Yeah.
I mean, he has fun with his little friends and they do poker nights. I mean,
Hmm.
I don't know what that entails. They have their own little fun. I mean, they're playing for literally no
Hour.
money. They're just playing for hours, just
Hours.
fooling around with each other.
Mhm.
Playing something that they all love and they're all learning from it.
And it's not even really about the poker. Like poker's fun, but it's more about like just being
In a space.
in a space with other guys, just shooting the shit.
And that's how I feel with like doing another sport. I mean, I love gymnastics. I was a gymnast before I became a swimmer, and it's fun to get back into the sport because you lost a lot of things, and now it's like trying to pick it
Yeah,
back
and
up.
you have a goal to reach. It's like
Yeah,
it's something. That's
so-
kind of how I feel with basketball. I started playing basketball a little bit more recently.
Yeah.
And it pisses me off that I'm not as good at it as I am at soccer, even though it makes no sense because I played soccer for like 20 plus
Entire
years.
life.
But I mean, if I play a sport, I expect to be good at it because when I play soccer, I'm good at it. You
No,
know,
that's
if
how
if
I
that
was
makes
with
sense.
lacrosse.
So it bothers me a little bit that I'm not better at basketball, so I'm getting better. But I think for you especially, it's been a little harder to do things separately just because you just moved here. I've been here for 2 years already.
It's
So
definitely
I have
a little bit harder.
yeah, because I have friends out here already, so you have to go out and make friends. I mean, I've introduced you to my friends, but you might not always.
I love a few of your friends.
Yeah, but you might not always want to hang out with my friends, right? And that's totally understandable. I don't always want to hang out with your friends, so
That's
it's you
too.
finding your own
Well,
your own
ways.
your
I
own
mean,
friends
I've
out here.
now made friends at the gymnastics place, so
Yeah.
most of the girls that work there, they all know me now. It's been fun. It's fun to get out there and do something different. Also, I think that I've always swam, and swimming has been my like one mainstream thing. So
The constant. You know,
yeah, it's like been constant. It's nice to like kind of break it up and do something different. So anyone who's out there who has been doing a consistent sport for many, many years, change it up every so often, Go out and do something different. It's fun. And you can still get your workout in and do something totally different. Let me tell you, my abs have been getting a great workout trying to get a kip back.
The what?
Like it's like a kip.
A kip? You mean like a kip up, where you
Yeah,
roll
like-
back and push up?
No. You know when you see like the gymnasts and they get on the bars?
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing like the whole like swing, legs up, and they come
Oh, all
straight,
that, and then they put the
all
leg,
that,
and then they flip over
and they
the.
flip. Yup, that whole move. Way harder than you actually think.
Yeah, it looks easy. It's not easy. It's not easy.
It's extremely difficult, but it does give you a nice ab workout. I will say.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
trying
So
to
when
get
we
some abs,
remember
man.
when we did it on that walk for a little bit on the bar, I was feeling my abs the rest of the day. We was playing around for like 10 minutes.
Oh man. I guess. I'm
Yeah,
gonna ask
okay. Go ahead.
about let's get into a little bit more fun things, like into just fun.
All right.
Fun questions.
Fun questions.
Let's go into what's your television show taste, I guess.
My television show taste.
Well, we're really different on our tastes.
Or
on
actually,
television.
let's do each other's.
Ooh, okay. Let's do each other's then.
So do you want me to go first or you go first?
You can go first.
Okay, so yours, you love, which is one thing that actually surprised me about you when we started dating, is that you love, like, animated sitcoms, like Family Guy, South Park. Like, I was very surprised that you actually
Family Guy
love
is
The
like
Simpsons.
a very
And,
New England
like,
thing.
Well, I guess, because it is like a Rhode Island thing. So I guess, but I was very surprised. So you love those types of stuff. You love reality TV shows, Love Is Blind.
Yeah, my mom really got me into
all
those.
that type of stuff. And then whatever is on, to be honest, like you'll just watch stuff with my parents, which they do usually watch good shows.
They watch some good stuff.
They usually watch good shows.
But I also, like, truly love, like, I don't know, Chicago Med. I love the medical shows.
Oh my! Every single one of them. Every single the doctor with the autistic one.
Yep. Good doctor.
That one.
Love it. Grey's Anatomy. Love it.
The fire station one.
Yeah, Chicago Fire. Station 19.
And then
I watch them all.
there's that one doctor one where he's a ghost, or he sees ghosts.
Oh, I forgot about that show. I mean,
See, you don't even remember. See,
yeah.
you're watching all this stuff you don't even remember.
Honestly, love the medical type shows.
Yeah, you do love that.
Haven't been watching them as much lately since I've been locked in my books, but
Young Sheldon.
I do love me some Young Sheldon.
You also love.
But he's also intelligent. I love being challenged intellectually.
Mm-hmm.
So I think watching that show also has some form of, like, intelligence in it, but it's still, like, a show.
There's also Grownish. You love Grownish.
Oh, I did love Grownish.
And then you have this other one that you watch on Freeform. I forget.
Good Trouble.
That one.
But I think Good Trouble really came from the Fosters.
And the sisters, and she loves the BET stuff, all the Tyler Perry stuff. She loves
really
all of
truly
that.
watch Sisters. The Sisters.
Well, Sisters. It's Sisters. Come on,
Sorry.
get it right.
I know I'm wrong, but I watch that, and I also watch the spinoff.
I don't look at me. I don't know.
I can't believe I'm going blank. What's the spinoff? I can't believe I just went blank.
I don't know. But yeah, those are the types of shows that you like watching.
I definitely just went blank. But
And yeah, a bunch of those dumb Netflix ones, like Ginny and Georgia.
That is a great show.
Season 1 was interesting.
You cannot say Ginny and Georgia wasn't a great
show. Season 1 was interesting. I didn't desire to watch season 2.
You didn't watch season 2, so you actually don't know if it was interesting.
I didn't desire to watch it. While you watched it, I enjoyed being there because it was like, oh, this is something interesting, and like, oh, the mom is doing this, or the mom, that was interesting. But I didn't love it enough where I was like, oh, season 2's coming out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to watch on your own.
Yeah, I have no interest in going back and trying to watch it.
I think. All right, let me do you.
Mine's
I know
easy.
you absolutely love anime.
Yep, gang.
That is his number one thing. Naruto, he's a big fan.
My dog. See?
He'll, honestly, all of that. One Piece. I think it's what, there's another one.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
That's
Kaisen.
I'm surprised you tried it.
I
because
did.
it's a hard.
Try.
You tried. No, that's good. I'm proud of you.
There.
I'm proud of you.
I actually did watch Naruto.
Part 1.
Up until I was about to say up until
Part 1. Yeah.
Part 1. But it wasn't bad. At least I tried. I made an effort.
And I appreciate it. And then Promise Neverland.
Promise Neverland, but second part.
Second season. Yeah, it wasn't.
Wasn't it?
Wasn't it?
It didn't
Season 1,
season
phenomenal
1,
though.
great.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with season 2, but that's okay.
So apart from anime, what shows do I like to watch?
Your Young Sheldon, Friends, Office. The Office is the top one. I think we've watched The Office since we've been in this relationship.
All the way through at least 3 or 4 times.
At least 3. I was about to say at least 3 times.
Yeah, all the way through.
All the way
Because
through.
I'll finish it, and then I'm just like, oh, there's no more Office. And then I'll go back to, like, season 2. Because season 1 was kind of mid. So I restarted season 2.
You even liked Abbott Elementary.
Abbott Elementary is hilarious. Love that show.
See, he's, like, into those types of shows. That's really, like, the gist. I mean, you do like Young Sheldon, which is good. That's something that we mutually like.
I think I got into it because I was a big fan of Big Bang Theory.
Oh,
And
I
then
loved Big Bang Theory, too.
And then Young Sheldon kind of just kept that going, but it's like a very different type of show.
It is.
And I still liked it.
I mean, we'll see what they do. They're actually making a spinoff.
Yeah, with Georgie and Mandy.
Georgie and Mandy. We'll see how that one turns out, but I don't know if I'm gonna like that one as much.
I also do like some like random shows too, like the one with the autistic kid on Netflix, Atypical.
Atypical was good.
Great show. Loved. And the guy who plays the main character, he's a phenomenal actor.
You also liked what's the one with the girl? I'm gonna tell you.
The one with the girl. Yes. Are you talking about
It's kind of
the one I just watched?
No, it's kind of like Atypical, but it's not really that same vibe. The girl's not like autistic or anything, but it's set in like a high school. It's basically going through like the girl's life. I'm gonna tell you. You're gonna remember.
Is it like an older MTV show? Are you talking about Awkward?
Awkward.
Love Awkward.
Awkward. There we go.
Love Awkward.
See.
Yeah, no, that was.
I knew you would.
That was my show in high school. I used to love that show.
I
used to love that show.
He loved.
I used to love all those MTV shows. That
Awkward was good.
We used to go crazy for Teen Wolf because Teen Wolf was a thing back then.
Teen Wolf. Jeez.
I used to mess with Vampire Diaries. I didn't finish it.
What was it? Oh, a good question. What was your childhood like favorite show
Naruto.
As a kid?
Naruto.
When did you start watching Naruto?
5th grade.
No, I mean like go younger.
Then 5th grade?
Yeah, like as a kid. You
don't
have like a.
When I was like a toddler, I apparently used to love Caillou. Because I was born in France, and then when I guess
was a big Caillou fan.
Because Caillou is, I think it's French. It's like a French show.
Yes.
So
you know
in France,
mine?
I used to watch it on my head. I used to be like upside down on my head, watching Caillou. I have no proof. That's what my parents tell me that I used to watch
Madeline.
it. Really?
I loved
Really?
Madeline.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
I loved Madeline, but I definitely loved Madeline.
I would not have guessed that.
And as I got a little bit older, Matilda.
Yeah, you love Matilda. We watched that.
I love Matilda.
We watched that recently.
I love Matilda. I don't know why, but it's just one of my favorite
you love
shows.
Matilda.
Or movies.
What else? Oh yeah, Game of Thrones. It's one of my favorites.
He's definitely into that. I feel like your whole family is though into those like older time shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll watch things about like Queen Charlotte, like all of those types of.
Oh yeah, anything samurai too. By the way, anything samurai.
But I think that roots from your parents.
Does it?
Your parents watch all of those.
Oh yeah, my dad was watching Shogun. Yeah. So yeah, that's true. That's true.
But yeah, see, that's something you picked up from them for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Your love for television.
Yeah, but I don't love it as much as them. I definitely don't love it. They have seen everything on Netflix.
No, yeah, they watch.
And then they left Netflix and then went to Hulu, seen everything on Hulu. Mm. Then they went to Apple TV Plus, and then Disney Plus, Mac. They've seen everything. They've seen everything. Oh my gosh. Because all they do is watch TV. As soon as they get home from work, they watch TV.
I just want you to answer this question.
All right, I'm scared.
What do you do to compromise for us having different tastes in TV?
I wait for you to fall asleep, and then I change it.
Just a side note, I am always asleep. And anyone who actually knows me...
I literally wait.
I fall asleep in like 5 minutes. I lay down, and it's like, time for bed.
Yeah, so I'll either wait for her to fall asleep and then change the channel, or... I will just pick whatever I want to watch. and not care about whatever she wants to watch because she's gonna fall asleep in 5 seconds anyway.
That's terrible. But it
I
is
have
true.
been-
I do
I've-
fall asleep in like.
At the beginning of our relationship, we used to try to like watch shows together, and it never worked because we would watch episode 1 and we'd be like, "Oh, that was a great episode. Should we watch episode 2? Yeah, throw it on." Throw on episode 2. She's asleep 10 minutes into the episode, but I don't really notice because I'm watching the TV. And then I finish that episode. I look over. She's asleep. So.
And then Daniel has to go and watch episode 2.
And then I'll go
more.
on to watch episode 3 and 4 and 5, and then I'll fall asleep. And then we got to go back to episode 2 because she didn't finish it. So no, at this point we don't really watch shows together. Like new shows.
Yeah.
Not really.
We'll do movies because even
Unless
if I
it's-
do fall asleep, I don't think we actually like go back and finish them.
Because usually the movies we don't really care about.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, it's just a.
Something.
Well, we don't do that anymore because we did it before because we were apart and we would have like a movie night to like. That was kind of like one of our date nights while we were long distance.
Yeah.
So it was kind of, it didn't really matter what the movie was. It was just for us to spend the time together watching the same thing.
Yeah.
But
I do kind of miss those nights, like painting.
paint and sip.
Yeah, we do like paint and sips.
We have some paint stuff at the crib. You wanted to? We can have that. That can be
We should
our
run
date night.
That date night.
That can be
back.
our date night for this week.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
All right. Any questions you got for me? I feel like I've been asking all the questions, man.
You're the quarterback. I told you I'm just here to sit here and look pretty. I'm letting you. You're the.
I don't know about
You're the
that. I'm the
host.
pretty one.
Oh no, yeah, we know that. We know that.
Sheesh. I'm just kidding.
But I can't wait for her to pass this MCAT, graduate medical school, be a PhD and MD. That way I could be a stay-at-home husband. That'd be phenomenal.
You're wild.
So I need you.
Run that back.
Chop chop. I need you to hurry that up.
That will never happen.
Y'all think I'm playing?
Yes, he is.
Y'all think I'm playing?
What I says go.
What question do I have for you?
Yeah, what questions do you have for me?
How do you feel about us living together and our whole situation, like your whole situation, moving here and living here, and your outlook for the future? Like, do you like Austin? Do you think it's a good place for us for the foreseeable future?
Yeah, I love Austin, actually. I think this is a good move for me. A very good move.
Why?
I think that it's pushing me out of my comfort zone for sure. I've been in DC for the last 8 years. I was super comfortable there. I had a job. I had
You knew everybody.
I knew everyone. I was in school there. I think it was just very easy and comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is pushing me a little bit out of my comfort zone, for sure. A lot of things are changing. It's not just me moving here. It's like, okay, there's a lot of, I don't know, I feel like there's like a lot of change even in our dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
So we're so used to being apart that also causes a lot of
Yeah,
change
I
in
will-
our relationship. So I think it's just more than just moving here. I think the move is fine. It's been fine. It's been great. But I think this is going to push us forward. I think this is the next step for not only just you and I together as a relationship, but I think even just me personally. I think this is pushing me definitely forward in what I want and what my goals are. So just to put that in context for everyone, I am pushing to actually like do well on this MCAT, and I think that you're helping me by being here. It helps me being here because I don't have, I don't have that big friend group, or I don't have.
She's isolated.
Yeah, I'm kind of like right now I'm new to the area, so I think that's actually been extremely helpful.
Yeah, and
in the growth.
And yeah, I kind of have to yell at you for you to do your work. I mean, you're pretty good about just sitting down and doing your work, but occasionally you will just I'll just start hearing TikToks, and I'm like, bro, what is study? What you're here to study?
Hey, every so often you get distracted.
No, we're here to study. But anyway, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about before we wrap up? We've been going for like an hour.
No, I think that's about it. If you guys had any questions for us, please let us know.
Anything else y'all want us to talk about? We're
open book.
We'll open book. Talk about anything.
Yeah, we just want to be real on here, and I think nowadays a lot of people aren't so real. Get up on the internet and they're showing all like
just chatting,
flashy, nice, but life is real.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people talk about the tough.
Well, we haven't talked about any of the tough times yet.
Oh, we'll run that.
Do y'all want to? Next time we will talk about how everything was long distance.
Yeah, sounds good.
But yeah, thank y'all for watching. Leave any comments or questions or topics that you want us to talk about for any of our upcoming episodes in the comment section below. My information will be in the description. Her information will be in the description. Follow us on social media.
Yes, follow us.
But yeah, with that being said, thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all in the next one.